Rick, are you on? Yeah, where's the, where's the, I did click the start. Okay, 1 minute, we'll be starting shortly. Rick, are you on?
I am.
Okay.
Morning, this is Jack.
Hello?
Hi, Karen.
Yeah. Hey, Aris, how do I?
Are we on two-way voice?
Okay, all right.
I'm going to be muting everybody shortly. This is Bob Monsell, the Security Marketing Guru. Give us about 2 more minutes, and we'll be starting, and we'll be rolling. We have to do them all one at a time. Yeah, mute everybody except Rick, please. Okay. Yeah. Rick, can you hear me?
I am here.
Okay. Kelly, are you on the call yet? Okay, we're just waiting for Kelly Bond to jump on the call, and we will be taking off after she's on. So stay tuned. Eris, how do I mute this? Like these people.
Good morning, Kelly Bond.
Hey, Kelly, how you doing? It's Bob Monsell, the Security Marketing Guru.
Hi, Bob. How are you?
Great, great. Thank you for having us on this webinar for all your clients and members of Alarm Capital Alliance. We're going to really deliver them some high-quality, high-value material that they can take and implement today in their business.
Well, that's great. We are thrilled to have you. I know there are dealers that are logging on right now, and certainly don't want them to miss out on anything, but I do want to thank you again so much for taking the time to chat with our dealers, and I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of valuable information and some that they're not expecting to get, and I think that it will be a great opportunity for them to learn some more and hopefully connect with you following. So it sounds like there are still people logging in, so I'll let you kind of take it away. And again, thanks, Rick, for helping coordinate everything, and I'm looking forward to hearing this.
Awesome, good stuff. Rick, can you hear me? Okay, beautiful. Okay. Welcome, everyone, to today's webinar that is being hosted with Security Marketing Guru and Alarm Capital Alliance. And today we're going to talk about how to create a robotic security selling that will smoke your competition. I'm sure everybody on the call is familiar with that manual selling, that laborious 9-to-5 selling. And really what you want to be creating is a system that works for you 24/7, 365. That you don't have to always do your selling for you. You can do it while you're sleeping. And we're going to go through this today, and I encourage everybody that's on the call today to be taking lots of notes, because I'm going to spin off a hurricane of ideas for you. I guarantee that. Okay, so the first slide, Eric, can I get the first one? Where is it? Oh, the slides are on. I'm good right here. Okay. What's required today? Can you mute these people in our set?
He couldn't make it.
Yeah, right. what's required today is a dynamic shift in thinking. The money is in marketing of the security system, not in the installation of installing security systems. It's not the technical know-how, it's the marketing know-how that will make your security business very profitable. If you want to be a money player, you'll have to make this dynamic shift in thinking. You need to be a sales and marketing company first and foremost. And why do I say that? Because I'm looking at all the responses that I received from the questions that I asked people as to why they're laying awake in bed at night. And it's because they are installers, they're technicians, they're not marketeers of their business. If you want to make a huge income leap, you have to become a marketeer of your services, not an installer of your services. You want to transition from doing the $25, $35 an hour work to the $10,000 an hour work, which is marketing your business, creating joint ventures, finding new clients that will pay, stay, and refer, because that's where the money's at. Okay, can we move to the next slide, please? Another great question people always ask me, why do people do business with you? The single greatest reason why someone will do business with you is because they either know you in a personally or in a positive light, or referred you by a trusted resource. Bottom line is that they KLT you. Write that down, KLT you. They know, like, and trust you. That's very important. And as we get further into the slide, you're going to see how we're going to become, legitimate security experts, people that will pay more for your services if you follow what I'm telling you to do. In the corner of all this is a robotic security system. And the robotic security system will educate, nurture, and soft sell your products and services in all of your communications. And at the beginning of this, I talked about manual selling. Sales reps only work 9 to 5. Email, newsletters, YouTube videos, SEO, free recorded messages, they work 24/7. They give you leverage. The systems, strategies, ideas, tools, and technologies that we use here at Security Marketing Guru allow you to leverage yourself, because if you're running a business, you need time management tools. And if you integrate some key marketing strategies into your business, they will allow you to literally leverage yourself and your time and responsibilities to only be selling in front of pre-qualified, pre-converted, and pre-sold people that are interested in doing business with you. You know you're wasting your time when you're out there selling to deadbeats, looky-loos, tire kickers, people that really have no use for your system. They just want to quote. How would your selling system strategy change if you were just in front of the right people, people that wanted to pay more, they wanted to pay a premium for your products and services, and they weren't interested in nickel and diming you and beating you down to the lowest possible nub? Because if you're in that position, you have no game whatsoever. If that's the game, you should probably be working for somebody else. Guys, could you cancel some of these people and go on to the next slide? Okay. What I'm going to share with you today is the marketing Parthenon, the Parthenon approach. You build your success on pillars. Write that down. You build your success on pillars. If you're going to build a security business that works, this year, next year, 40 years from now, what I'm going to share with you today is all proven, time-tested marketing approaches and strategies that are going to work. I'm not talking about social media, which I think is very important, but what we're going to lay out for you today worked 40 years ago, and it's going to work 40 years from now, Parthenon approach. It was created by a marketing expert by the name of Jay Abraham, and I have used this to grow my own business and other security dealers' businesses. So I hope you hold on and take notes. And if you look at this as we go through this, wherever you are in the United States, this will work. Yep, go. Rick, one second. I gotta unplug you. Where's Rick? Okay. Rick?
Bob, we do get that a lot. You know, this idea or this concept, whether it's the Parthenon or something else, wouldn't work in our area. These are security dealers that tell us that they tell us we're in a rural area, there's too much competition, we're on the West Coast, we're on the East Coast. These are fundamental sound strategies that work anywhere, anytime. So please don't think that anything we're telling you today would be applicable to you. So all of them are right back to you.
Exactly. And Rick, I want to just say, like, the people that are good at making excuses are not good at making money. That is so point accurate. I've heard every excuse in the book, and I can predict their bank account by the amount of excuses that they generate. Okay, onward. Next one. Okay, the first one is word of mouth sales. Okay, everybody has, one second. Okay, word of mouth sales, referrals. What happens when this one approach becomes less effective? Your business becomes less stable, your revenue drops, and you go out of business. I think referrals are incredibly valuable to have. Every business should have an awesome killer referral system in place for generating clients. But believe it or not, you know, this isn't a scalable business approach just working on referrals. Referrals are good, but you need other strategies in place. And if you look at that, of ABC security system, it's like a diving board. It's going down. Once you piss off some of your people that were giving you referrals, they lose interest in you, you're not recognizing them, they stop giving you referrals. And then your business is going to dry up. Hold on a second, Rick. Rick?
Well, I would say an easy 8% of our dealers that we talked to initially are relying just on word of mouth and referrals, and they're extremely vulnerable. And the thing is with that, it really affects their cash flow because they have only one source of revenue and cash flow coming in, and it just stands by itself. So it's not an ideal position for any security dealer to be in, having one marketing medium or one marketing method bringing in business. So this is critically important.
Exactly. That's a good point, and that actually segues perfectly into our next slide. What would happen to the stability of your security business as you begin the process of formalizing your marketing profit centers? Profit centers. That sounds nice, it sounds exciting, it sounds glamorous, but that's how you have to look at your marketing. It's profit centers. You know, you don't have a limited budget. What you have is limited thinking. You can do anything you want in your business if you know how to market it properly. We talked about word of mouth sales, which is fantastic. But really what every independent security dealer, integrator that's on this call today, guardsmith, locksmith service, they should all have a paper and ink client newsletter that's going out the door. And this is one of the best ways to soften the beachhead to your clients and prospects about all the products and services that you can do for them. A newsletter is an outstanding killer tool, and if you don't have one, looking through all these questions that I got from people, that's probably one of your biggest problems, is that you're not going back to your existing clients and telling them and educating them everything that you can do for them. Because shame on you if you're not going back to your clients and saying that you can upgrade them to the latest interactive home security system. If you have a megapixel camera system that can stop thieves in their tracks, if you're going to your clients and you're doing telephone entry systems, fill in the blank of whatever you want to sell, you do that, soft selling it through your client newsletter. Rick?
And it goes back to that. It goes back to that original statement you made a few minutes ago about know, like, and trust. These people know, like, and trust you already. They've done business with you. So you're keeping them in the loop, contacting them on a regular basis, and letting them know the other products and services that you can provide to better their experience with you. It's really important. So this is like shooting fish in a barrel. I mean, really, if you're doing it to keep in touch, but it's really easy selling because, like I said, they've done business with you before, so they know, like, and trust you, like you said earlier in the webinar. So really important that you do this. I definitely agree about it.
Exactly, and the easy person to sell is somebody that has already bought from you. So shouldn't you go back to them and make continuous offers to them? I think you should. Next slide, please. And we're going to be adding more pillars. The more pillars you add, the more stability and profitable your business will be. Another great one is SEO, websites, and social media. You should have a website, and I did a great blog post last week. It's on the front of my blog. After we're done with this, I would check it out and I would read it. And I talk about the 80-20 rule when it comes to your website. Websites are so important for setting you up as a legitimate security expert in your local market. You got to have one. Plus, you got to have one that sells yourself as a security guru / expert. Direct mail sales letters. I mean, there is so many ways that you can use direct mail in your business today. I was out at ISC West back in the springtime, and I was looking at all this exotic technology, and I was saying to myself, you know what? The technology that they have here is really a three-step sales letter approach to a niche market. If you're selling high-end megapixel systems, if you're selling interactive video systems for a home, if you're selling the new, latest and greatest interactive home technology systems, sometimes the best things to do is send a sales letter to a targeted niche market. And a targeted niche market for you could be the higher end income neighborhoods in your town. And I find that people that come in off of a direct mail letter are better long-term buyers. And if you look at this, if you just look at your business would be if you just added 4 pillars to it, you increased an effective word-of-mouth campaign, you added a client newsletter, you started doing direct mail, you had a killer website that was picking up all the choice keywords in your local market, and you were turning these prospects into paying visitors. Anybody can have a website, but does your website convert prospects into paying visitors? Like I always say, if you need new clients, don't do one thing, you need to do a dozen things. Write that down. If you need new clients, don't do one thing, do a dozen things. And I hear this a lot too. You know, all my clients are cheapskates. Well, then again, I think you need to take a long, hard look in the mirror because you were the guy or gal that attracted all of these cheapskates into your funnel. You know what I'm saying? Rick, do you have anything to add for that?
That's an important point because yeah, if you're perceived as being cheap, you're going to attract cheapskates. I mean, that's just the general rule of thumb in business in general. I just see so many of these dealers out there that are just taking their low cost or free approach to attracting new customers, and they're getting the cheapest people possible. And the cheapskates are the worst customers. They want the most and they pay the least. And they cause the most headaches. And it's a direct result of the message that you're putting out there. So I definitely agree with that, Bob.
Exactly. And one thing about cheapskate customers is that will refer you to other cheapskate customers, and you will be in this perpetual cycle of cheapskates. Not a good business model to have, because especially if you have to pay gasoline for your vehicles, you have to pay health insurance, you have to pay 401k, the whole kit and caboodle. You need margin and you need profit if you want to grow your business, and you can't do that by being in the wrong market in front of the long cheapskate clients. You need people that will pay you good money for your products and services. Okay, Aaron, so next one. Okay, and if we look at this, this truly is a full-blown Parthenon. We have this for our members, a client newsletter, physical paper and ink newsletters. They have a monthly e-newsletter that's going out the door. They have a killer referral system. They have free recorded messages where people can call up and get pre-sold in advance of what they should expect on a security audit, how to choose a high-price security provider from a low-cost provider, a thank you card program. We have our members that use residential security audits. They're not doing free estimates, but they're doing security audits. Big difference there. Write that one down. A free estimate is just what it is, but a security audit adds cachet and it has value and it sets you apart as a legitimate security expert. Our next medium right there, free PR. You can grow your business overnight with free press releases. Look at Donald Trump. We have members that use consumer awareness guides and free reports as to soft sell, educate, nurture their clients into what they should be looking out in an ethical security provider. We also have joint venture letters where if you're a security dealer and you have a insurance agent, you could do a JV letter to his list of people and offer a security system, a security audit, an upgrade, a self-test, whatever it is you can imagine. And I talked about this before, limited budgets. Well, it comes down to limited thinking. You know, you're just going to limit yourself by the thinking that you have upstairs. And the more that you expand yourself and immerse yourself in marketing, knowledge, know-how, client attraction, client retention, the world will just open up to you. The next pillar is direct mail sales letters. Everybody should have direct mail. They could be working residential and commercial markets at the same time. You should be doing a off-holiday postcard for your clients. And when I mean off-holiday, they should be getting a Halloween card, Thanksgiving Day card, Christmas card, St. Patty's Day card. They need to see you. And you need to have a website that is optimized for local keywords in the area, and you need to be doing social media. This is a marketing plan that will work. This is a marketing plan that will generate business. And if we use the fishing approach to this, you have multiple fishing poles in the water. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 11 poles in the water right now. Aren't you going to have a better day fishing at the beach with 11 poles in the water instead of 1 pole or even half a pole? Don't you think, Rick? Would you like to expand on that? Go back. Yeah, right there.
You have how much more sound and stable that building is, and that's how much more sound and stable your business is going to be when you have multiple marketing mediums, in this case 11 versus 1. It just brings so much more stability, and that's what it's about. It's about stability first. I mean, you want to have predictability and stability in your business so you can take care of your family, fund your retirement, pay the bills. So it's really important. It's fundamental stuff. So I strongly recommend doing more than one thing. The more the merrier. In this case, you got 11 great ideas to implement in your business. And then those are either free or relatively cheap to implement. It's completely up to you to do it.
Exactly.
Why are you giving it to me? I can hear it.
Great. Go back, Eris. Oh, go back. Right there. Okay. And if you look at this, multiple zones of protection, I think, is another analogy for this. There's 11 zones. You have all the doors covered. You have windows covered. You have the motion detectors covered. You're fully protected at this point. You know, you're in security. Why are you giving your clients more security for their homes and you're leaving your whole business unprotected? This is fully protected, okay? And you don't have to worry about your competition at this point because you're omnipresent. You're all over your local market. This strategy right here will work anywhere in the world. And your competition will not do this. You don't have to worry about the Xfinities of the world, the Comcast, the ADTs, if you master this concept. Harris, next slide, please. And we have a couple of different programs that we're going to throw out there for you that anybody is on the call. We can only take a couple of members into our programs because we're full right now, and our Maverick coaching program is only 2 people in this program I could accept. And with this, it's a small group of highly motivated, dedicated security and low voltage referrals. Sick of just getting by on week to week. We're looking to establish ourselves as a business as the premier security or low voltage company in the region. Maverick members are personally mentored by me, and I will take you by the hand and guide you step by step in creating the most profitable, fun, and lowest stress-free year of your career. And this is a $347 a month membership program. It's a year minimum. And if you're interested in this, I can only take 2 people right now, but you'd have to call in. You would have to talk with Rick, and he would vet you to see if you'd be a proper fit. Because I talk about on this call about, like, right fit clients. We only want to work with right fit security dealers. In my other program that we have is a smoking security newsletter program. It's a $5.95 introductory offer. I have security dealers all over the world that are in this program. Dealers in Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, England, Ireland, all over the US and Canada that are a member. This is a $5.95 introductory offer, and it's $97 after a month after that. You get direct mail letters, you get referral letters, you get the whole kit and caboodle. And also what we talk about is the the ongoing strategy and nurturing. And we have every other month we have a coaching call, what's working and what's not working. And really what you have to look at is, getting your clients to pay, stay, and refer, and really discovering that money tree that you have hidden within your business. And we have a lot of programs that we can give you right off the bat for that. And one of the other things that we have right now is some free marketing reports. If you're interested, you can go to our website and you can get these reports. Just fill them out, and we'll send you some free business building reports. Okay? Yeah. And if anybody has any questions, pop them into the little chat box, and I can answer them for you. Yeah. Hello? Can you open up, Rick? Rick, can you hear me?
Yeah, ladies, gentlemen, if you're out there on the call, and you have maybe a problem or issue in your company, now's the time to, shoot us a question. We can answer it for you, and we're here to help you out. We're here to help educate you. So definitely now's the time if you want to jump in.
And I'm sorry about the echoing. What I could do is if we don't have any questions right now, people are, we'd have to get that Rick off of that. He's echoing. Okay, the first one is what biggest problems are you facing in business that keep you laying awake at night? Finding new ways. His question is finding ways to get our unique service line in front of our clients. I think we showed you a great way of how to get your message out there in front of the clients. And with new website traffic and more new clients coming in through your website, you need to be matched up with your SEOs. Here's a good one. what are the biggest problems you face in business that keep you laying awake at night? Cash flow. And how do you increase cash flow? And Rick, I'm going to have you answer this one. Cash flow is this gentleman's problem.
Well, I mean, I think the whole concept behind the Parthenon principle, having multiple marketing mediums, having more than one or two sources of revenue is the quickest and easiest way to improve cash flow. And these are all questions that attendees have sent us in filled out on the forums to let people know that these are questions that you, the listeners, have asked. But yeah, just the quickest and easiest way to improve cash flow is having more than one or two ways to generate business. You're really significantly vulnerable right now if you have just a couple of marketing methods or marketing mediums bringing business to your right now. So it's critical that you grasp the concept of the Parthenon principle and start implementing as many of these ideas as possible.
That's perfectly right. Okay, the other one is finding quality technicians. This gentleman's biggest problem is keeps him laying awake at night, finding quality technicians. If you have a client newsletter in place in your business, you should be that should be an insert within your client newsletter, because the people that know, like, and trust you are your clients. They might know somebody that is looking for a job. They could be in between. It could be an electrician. It could be a licensed electrician. It could be an apprentice, or they know somebody that's coming out of computer school that would be a great fit for your company, because like your clients are some of the best people that you can get to help you with your technicians. And also Craigslist, we have templates that we use for our members that they can use to find technicians on Craigslist with. And here's another one. Okay. Okay. And if you go right up to the top to participants, if you want to ask a question, just raise your hand and we will answer it. I just have a bunch of people on the call, so just bear with me. Okay, being able to make money up front on the security installation. What you should be doing in that case is that you should be packaging your services. You should have a small offering, a medium offering, and a large offering. And if you're looking to get money up front, you should be having your services tiered using the Goldilocks approach. Is it too hot? Is it too cold, or is it just right? And when you use that approach, you're letting your prospect actually raise his hand as to what he wants for the level of security, and then you can build your money up front into that if they go for your big offering. And I get a call, actually somebody, Braxton, we actually do SEO work. If you're interested in talking to us about SEO work, websites, just send us a message after this call. We'd be happy to talk with you about that. Okay, some of the other questions that I have. Here's a good one. Biggest problem that gives this guy laying awake at night: competition releasing products that do more for less money. You have to become a better marketeer of the services. You know, you can't worry about your competition. You have to get better with your marketing. You have to do more marketing to your existing clients. And when you're doing this, if we go back to the Parthenon approach, at that point, all your clients and prospects, they have horse blinders on. They can't think of anybody else besides your security company when it comes to low voltage work, be it cameras, structured cabling, you know, AV sound, home automation, yada, yada, yada. You have to become a better marketing, and that means working on your business and not in your business. If you want to make the big money, You have to work on your business and not in your business. And that quote, I wish I was the one that invented that quote, but that is from Michael Gerber. And when I heard that quote 20 years ago, it just changed my thinking. Okay, hold on one second.
And in all honesty, Bob, do people really want a $99
Parthenon approach
for their house? Are they going to brag to their friends that they bought a $99 system? No, they would rather get a comprehensive system that's going to protect their family, that they pay a little more for it. That's what people truly want. So I think a lot of our dealers that we talk to are concerned about these cheap dealers and offering a free system. But I think in reality, people don't want cheap or inexpensive for their homes. So positioning yourself as a person who doesn't provide that particular service gives you leverage, and it gives you an expert status in your community and in your market.
That's a great point. Let me see. What do we have for some other questions? A lot of them are the same. Motivating sales team and prevent them conducting business that is pushy, car salesman like and scripted. That comes down to Rick, do you want to take that over about motivating a sales team, preventing them from conducting business that is pushy and car salesman like and scripted? Ready?
Well, that's a management issue, Bob. That comes down to how, and that's on you, the business owner, or the manager, or the VP, or the executive, however large your corporation is. How are you engaging your employees? How are you training your employees? Whatever they're saying is directly related to your management style. So they need to learn from you how to interact with clients and prospects and customers. So it's important that you can spend as much as you want. You can have all these marketing things going on. You can have all this advertising and spreading business. But if your employees, your technicians, your installers, your office staff are not engaged, if they're not congruent with your philosophy, that's a problem. So, manage your employees tightly. Make sure they're all get their feedback on things, and make sure that they're implementing your scripts, your ideas, and the image that you want to portray to your customers, which is friendly, concerned, and professional. That's a management issue. We actually probably are doing a lot more with that nowadays and many other things, because we show people how to make a lot of money. We show people how to improve their marketing, and the next thing we know, their technicians and their office staff are not implemented correctly. And I know, Bob, it drives you crazy, it drives me crazy. We'll just go spot check one of our clients and call them up on the phone, and they answer the phone like a truck driver. And oftentimes we get hung up on, or voicemail full. So it comes down to proper management, which leads to better implementation, especially if you're going to start implementing many of these ideas that we're giving you today. So be a good manager, get your employees involved, and make sure that they're implementing the scripts, the ideas, and the philosophies that you have in your business. So.
Exactly. And here's another one. This question just came in today. Biggest problem that this gentleman faces in his business: the phone and cable companies confusing and misleading the consumers. Well, here's your chance to become a security advocate for your local market with everything that we told you today on how to present yourself. And your magic wand, the ability to educate the consumer so they can make a better choice. We've talked about a newsletter. We talked about direct mail. We talked about even videos. Your website as a way to 24/7, 365, creating a robotic security selling system that will educate your clients as to why they should choose you over the phone or cable companies. And as far as I can tell, that it is your responsibility to educate the client. You don't let your competition educate your clients. You have to educate your clients. Here's a really good one. I like this one. this comes in. The biggest problem that this business owner faces is getting everything done. Well, Rick, do you want to take this over on getting everything done?
Well, I would start with this. It's prioritizing. You take the most important things and get those done first, and then move on to the next thing. We have tons of things to do on a daily basis, especially if you're running a business. You need to prioritize. Pick the most important thing, pick that one thing, get it done, and then move on. This is strategic thinking. This is really important. But we see so many people and so many of our clients and customers that have these massive to-do lists on a daily basis. But when you scratch the surface and dig down deep, most of that is relatively insignificant, and it could be delegated to somebody in the office or somebody else. So prioritize. Pick what's most important. And as a business owner, what's most important is sales and marketing and prospecting, bringing business in. That's what's most important. Not many of these other trivial things. Going on Facebook and checking their status, and returning emails to friends, and simple calls. Focus on what's important. Pick the most important thing, get it done, and move on. That would be my advice. Prioritize.
Exactly, and it comes down to the 80-20 rule. 80-20. Are you working on the 80% that's not going to generate sales? It's not going to bring in revenue. What you want to be doing is you want to concentrating an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours of your time on that really high volume, high profit activity where you're doing $10,000 an hour work, which is sales and marketing, not taking out the trash, not running the ADI to get a bag of contacts for your installers, not going to the fax machine and putting paper in the fax machine. That is stuff, excuse me, but you could hire a servant to do that for you. And that's how you have to look at your business. It's like, what can I outsource the $5, $10, $15 an hour work that's going to leverage my time when I'm working at, $150 an hour work, $1,500 an hour work, up to $15,000 an hour work. You only have so many hours in the day. It's what you do with your hours that is going to greatly increase your income. Go, Rick.
And Bob, you have a Maverick coaching member recently that completely revolutionized his business based on that one idea that you gave him about just hiring people to do the trivial work, the unimportant work, just the task. And it's revolutionized his business after 30 days. So this translates into freeing you up to focus on what's most important. So I highly agree with that.
Exactly. Awesome. Here's another one that just came in. Here's Rick. I'll let you take this one. How to get our brand out there and let the public know who we are and how much more we secure than we are in the land-based systems. Do you want to take that call? You want me to? Okay. Basically, I believe I've answered this call thoroughly. This question about educating, nurturing, using multiple medias to get your business out there, and you have to do this in multiple ways because you have clients that you might be posting stuff on Facebook, but they're not going to see it, but they would see it in a monthly email. That might be better off. You should be educating your clients with postcards and sales letters and on the website about how you're different. And it's really, I'm looking at these questions too, and people say, like, how do we get our name out there? I think what's more important, how do you get a response back? You don't want to get your name out there. You want somebody to get a response back. And what we talk about and we implement at Security Marketing Guru is direct response marketing. You can get your name out there, but is it going to give you a measurable response back? Do you want to talk about the direct response, Rick, in the power of that?
Sure. Like you said, it's really easy to get your name out there. You could just do an insert in the paper. You could put an ad in the newspaper. You could send out 10,000 direct, everyday direct mail. But getting a name out there is pretty easy. The most important thing is getting the darn thing to be returned or getting the phone ring because they receive a specific offer for you. It's all about response. It's all about measuring that. I mean, that's all that matters. Getting your name out there is relevant. Getting your name out there is quantifiable. The response and sales are the only things that are quantifiable. And you can do that by using any or all of these ideas that we gave you today. I mean, a newsletter, getting your name out there. Joint venture letter is getting your name out there, and a joint venture letter, a JV letter, is great because it's endorsed by the person who's your joint venture partner. That's an excellent way of getting your name out there. But all this should be done in a way that is measurable. So you're putting out a specific offer, and there's no such thing as an offer without a deadline. We'll have some kind of time deadline on that too. Those are the ideas and those are the concepts that are measurable, and that's how you get response. So, to answer the question, to get your name out there is not important. To get your name out there and get a response is the only thing that you really want to do. And any of these ideas can do that.
That's a good point. Let me see if there's any more stories, any more questions that need to be answered. And here is one, again, a steady stream of installs. And really what it comes down to is having a steady stream of marketing fishing poles that are out there that are bringing you in new clients, because you can't rely on one method. You know, when you look at that, you know, the power of one, what happens if you just have one? What happens if that word of mouth fails on you? You're done. What happens if you have one technician and he leaves you? You're done. What happens if you have one sales rep and he leaves you? You're done. You cannot. One is actually the worst number in business. Rick, would you like to take it from there?
I agree with that. One tech, one office worker, you're relying on that one person. Let's look at the reality. People are going to leave, whether it's a customer or an employee, friends. I mean, people leave. So if your number is one, you're in trouble. So don't rely on one in any part, one marketing medium. And I go back to the original point that we were making today on the Parthenon principle. If you remember that first visual that we put up, it was that one pillar with the top of the building crooked and leaning downwards. That's a perfect representation of one. It leaves you vulnerable, and it's going to bring you serious problems in the future because you're only relying on one marketing team or one person. So, my opinion, in two or more, and in the past, sometimes, you know, it's zero. It's just you relying on yourself. It's oftentimes better than just relying on one person or one thing. So, get more than one. That's your goal.
Exactly. And I just got a message that came in from the live chat window, and the gentleman is asking, how do you JV when many companies do not like refer anyone directly? Actually, that should be a point of people doing business with you, that you'll do the installation for them, but they have to refer somebody to you. You should have a referral system in place that it's either going out in the invoices, if it's paper and ink. There should be a referral going out, especially if you're doing emailing invoices. You should have a referral process in place that is educating, nurturing, and telling people about all the benefits that you have within your business. Referral systems should be a 24/7, 365 sales rep that is working in your business as a virtual sales rep. Any more questions? Rick, go right ahead.
Bob, I guess everybody's already multi-millionaires. It's a no live chat question. So now
I have a question.
Go right ahead.
Okay, you talk about referrals?
Yes.
Okay, your number one source of getting referrals, where do you get those from?
And your name is?
My name is Jamie.
Hey, Jamie, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Shouldn't your number one source for referral should be from your ecstatic clients that you're already doing installs for? Those should be your referral should be coming from them.
Okay. Well, basically, when we write up customers, what we do is we try to get, if you ask for 3 referrals, no one ever knows anybody. Don't know 3 people. So what I always do, I always tell them, I said, I need 20 people where I can go see. And they said, well, they don't know 20 people. I said, well, give me 10. Well, they don't have 10. I said, well, you got 3 people at least. So, then I go from there.
Exactly. And what you should do, Jamie, is afterwards you should be sending them a little thank you card with a referral coupon inside of it that's going to stimulate more referrals. And you should have something in place, like in my Maverick program, we have all types of referral widgets that we give out to our members. There's 101 ways to get referrals from people. But, yeah, you got to ask for them. If you're not asking for them, shame on you.
Right. Well, I mean, everybody's been in the industry a long time, and everybody's seen a lot of things change, and, from canvassing to door knocking, from telemarketing, from mailers. But, I mean, the referrals has always been the number one game,
Oh, yeah, referrals, that is only one part of your marketing pillar. You have to have multiple pillars in place if you want to have a successful business. And like door knocking, door canvassing, that's one marketing meeting that you have. What happens if they outlaw door knocking in some states or communities? Then your business is over with.
Well, yeah, if it's raining, sleeting, or snowing, it's February and it gets dark at 4 o'clock, we can always decide not to work when it gets dark, but I reckon, that's where your website comes in, your mailers, marketing, referrals, sending out. But what else would you guys refer to do?
It's Jamie, right?
Yeah.
It's everything's right in front of you. Everything that you need to do is right in front of you. I mean, there's 11 fishing poles that you have. I could go into them a little bit depth, but I have some more questions coming in.
Okay.
This is from Braxton. Braxton, we have newsletter templates that come within the Spoken Security newsletter program that you can modify, and there is one coming out for September that our members are getting. Okay? Rick, do you have any other questions? Let me see what else. Anybody else with a question? I'm going to open up the line for a second. Unmute everybody. We get about 10 minutes. So if you got anything, let them rip. Questions? One at a time.
We do.
Anybody have any questions?
I like for me.
Don't be afraid. I don't bite.
And things like I take it because you got the sticker on your shirt.
Any questions? And we're going to go back to a couple of offers that I made. How do we move that, Aris? Yeah, move down to the offers. This is one program we can take 2 members into, and David, I'll answer your question in 1 minute. We have Maverick coaching program. We can let 2 people into this program. It's $347 a month. If you'd like to include the Parthenon approach into your business, you're going to get that. And then we also have The next one, which is our Spoken Security Newsletter program, it's $5.95. It's an intro program, and it's $97 a month after that, and you will make 10 times your investment in this program if you implement it. The next question is, need help getting 30-plus year owner letting go of the old school notepad, paper style of running business. David, have you ever heard of waterboarding? I think that's what you're going to have to do with some of these people. I mean, some people are just stuck in a rut, and the best way that you can get people unstuck is by educating them, sending them my emails, nurturing them, because, like, you know, I like a lot of the old school marketing stuff that can be worked in today with the new school approach. But if you're running a business, you have to be, you know, ahead of the curve. Hope that helps. Rick, let me open you up. Any last minute thoughts? Hold on one second, Rick. 1 second. Go ahead.
We gave some key information today, and ideas are great, but ideas, once again, aren't quantifiable. You have to implement. You got to pick something and just do it. We gave you, there's 11 great ideas on there as far as marketing and sales. Start with one. Not today. Do something. Get your staff together. If it's just you, get yourself together and just implement. Do something. Move forward. Because right now you're vulnerable. If you're on this call right now, you're not a multi-millionaire. You're somebody who's an entrepreneur that wants stability and growth and sales and profit. So pick something, do it. I'm here at the office today, so if you have any questions about this call or anything related to this call, call this number, 508-835-1123. I'll be happy to answer your questions. We're here to help you. We're here to educate you. We believe in assisting and educating our clients and customers first before anything else. Because if you don't know what's like to trust them, and we did something wrong. So once again, if you have any questions about today, just give me a call. We're at 508-835-1123. I definitely want to thank Cody Vaughn and Alarm Capital Alliance today for facilitating this and introducing us. And I know I've heard great things about our company, so we definitely want to thank her and everybody involved on her end.
Exactly. And I want to thank Kelly for sending this email and having you all on our call today. And I want to leave you with two things. I was thinking about this. And if you're on my newsletter program, you read my email, I talk about there's only two types of security businesses out there. The first one is the lame security business, the lame security integrator, the lame locksmith, fill in the blank. And what I mean by lame, it's lousy, it's annoying, it's moneyless, and exhausting. I mean, that word scares me. It sends shivers up my back. 80% of you that are on this call have lame businesses but are looking to create an ESP business. The ESP business is where you should be going. It's easy, it's successful, and it's profitable. And I came up with this term probably 5-6 years ago. And I was interviewing one of my members, Amherst Alarm, Tim Creenan. He's the 83rd largest security dealer in the country. And we were interviewing him as a part of our Spoken Security Newsletter coaching program. And we were talking about strategies, mindset. And he was just going on in great detail. He was very gracious. And I was talking with Tim after the call. And I said, Tim, you know, you've got an ESP business, one that's easy, one that's successful, and one that's profitable. And really, I broke it down even further. That easy meant that he is long-term employees. You want an easy business, you need your employees and your technicians and your office staff to stick around for a long time because you have a great business, you have a great culture, and you have a great business. The S for successful. You have successfully systematized your business, that you're not just winging it. S is for systems. And P is profitable. Profitable means that your marketing is positioning you in front of profitable customers that will pay a premium for your services. That is the ESP. And really, that is the holy grail in business, one that's easy, successful, and profitable. You don't want to have a lame business, one that's lousy, annoying, moneyless, and exhausting. And I know I talked about a lot of things today, and when I start talking, everything comes out. I apologize for that, but I'm sure you got a lot of great information. And I talked a lot about the 80-20 rule, and I talked about low margin activity versus high margin activity. You know, if you're going to concentrate on the 80% that isn't going to generate $10,000 an hour work, you're going to have a lame business. Tim Creenan, on the other hand, who is the 83rd largest security dealer in the country, concentrated on the 20%, and he outsourced the other 80%, and he built a business around that. And now he's enjoying the fruits and the labors of that today. So you have to ask yourself, you know, what do you want to be? Do you want to be ESP, business that's easy, successful, and profitable? Do you want to change? Are you ready for a change? If you are, we've got the tools, strategies, mindsets, thinking, and training and help that can help you get there. But if you want to continue and have a lame business, one that's lousy, annoying, moneyless, and exhausting, don't do anything. You don't have to do anything. And you know what? When you live in sloth, you're not worried about like that stress and that fear. When you're trying to get ahead, you're like, oh, why am I doing this? Because you want to get ahead. That's what your body and your craving is for. So you're worried about these things that are happening, and those are good things. We can help you get over the hump. If you have any questions, you can give Rick a call at 508-835-1123. And it was great talking with you guys. And if anybody has any questions, shoot them in the hatch, and I'll answer them. But if not, I hope you've got a lot of valuable information out here today. And hopefully we'll talk soon. Awesome. Stay awesome. Bob Monsalvo, Security Marketing Guru. Rick, last words.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you soon.
Rick, there's somebody, Dave. How do you think any sign-ups for anything?